Today's video is Chapter 7, Lesson 8. We're going to still foil, but these are going to be special foils, special situations. So the first special situation is going to be something with a plus sign squared, something with a minus sign squared, something that pretty much matches, but one has a plus and one has a minus. Now, if you do this kind of a question on the test and you forget the special thing, just foil it normal. There's nothing wrong with foiling it normal, but this is a shortcut. You're supposed to recognize patterns and shortcuts, so this is going to be all about shortcuts. Okay, remember that when we have a squared, it means that you have two of them. When you have a square, you have two of them and they match. That's why this one is separate, because they don't match exactly. One's a plus, one's a minus. Okay, these two, let me draw a little squiggle. These two have the same special pattern. This guy is all by himself. He has a different pattern. So here's what I like to say. Okay, it goes like this. Square the first, square the last, multiply, and double. So let's look and see what that means up here. If I square the first people, I get x squared. If I square the last people, I get 16. If I multiply these together, then I get 4x, and I double it. That gives me 8x. The only thing why this is special is because you don't have to do outer and inner and combine like terms. This takes care of combining like terms. And again, this is not that big of a deal for this chapter, except that you're going to really like this on the next chapter. If you can remember this pattern, because on the next chapter we're going to go backwards. They're going to give us the yellow, and we need the green. And if you can recognize that this is, you can square root, divide by 2, then it's going to help you. So anyway, let's do this again. Square the first, square the last, multiply, and double. Let's do it for the pink ones. Square the first, square the last, notice that it's a positive 9, multiply, and double, negative 6x. So negative 3x doubled is negative 6x. Now again, if you don't remember how to do it, you just do first, outer, inner, last, and these guys will naturally combine to make like terms to get that. So it's not the end of the world if you can't remember the special foils. Over here, it's square the first, square the last, and then you're done. So isn't that weird? Square the first, you get x squared. Square the last, you get negative 9, and there is nobody in the middle. Let's test it out and see why. F, O, I, L, foil. What happens to these like terms? They turn into a 0, they cancel each other out, and so we only have the first and the last. So when the parentheses match each other, but one's a plus and one's a minus, square the first, square the last, and then you're done. Square the first, square the last, multiply, and double. And again, it's not that big a deal this chapter, but you're going to like this pattern next chapter. All right, I'm going to do 4 in a row. See if you can keep up with me. I'm going to square the first, square the last, multiply, and double. Okay, see if that makes sense to you. Square the first. Whoa, this one had a coefficient. Square the last. He's a positive 4, not a negative. Multiply and double. This if I multiply these, that becomes 6x. Oh, negative 6x. Yeah, negative 6x. Double it gives me negative 12. Okay, next one. Square the first, square the last, multiply, that's 10x, and double. Square the first, square the last, multiply, and double. That becomes positive 18, so it's positive 36 with an hold your horses, I did this wrong. If I square the first, I get 81x to the fourth. Oh, I didn't even realize I did that. Okay, 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 okay. And then this guy gets a tiny 2. There we go. Square the first, square the last, multiply, and double. Here's your first video question. Type it in. If you have to foil it, foil it. But if you can square the first, square the last, multiply, and double, then you could skip right to the final answer. All right, did you get 4x squared, 144 at the back, and negative 24x in the middle? No, not 24. 2 times 12 is negative 24. Just kidding, this is negative 48 because I got a double. All right, boom, there's your answer. Is that what you typed in? I hope so. All right, I'm going to do these 4 all in order. See if you can keep up with this one. This is square the first, square the back, and then you're done. Square the first, square the back, and then you're done. Square, nope, look, that's not the right pattern. I have to have 1 plus 1 minus. Not a trick question, I just made a mistake. Okay, now it's ready to go. So I square the first, square the back, and then I'm done. Square the first, square the back, and then I'm done. So notice, it's always a subtraction sign because one positive and one negative makes a negative. Always, always, always. Never going to be a plus sign. If it's a plus, it didn't start off this way. Here's your last video question. See if you can remember what the answer to this one is. If you can't, just do a regular old FOIL. Did you square the first and square the back? And then you're done. All right, thanks for watching.